Potable water treatment. Here steps involved in treatment of potable water: screening, aeration, sedimentation, coagulation, filtration, and disinfection. Let us see one by one how each step involves in the purification process. Rivers and lakes are commonly used sources in the municipal water treatment or potable water treatment. And these water should be free from colloidal impurities, domestic sewage, industrial waste. Let us see following steps involved in this treatment. Number 1. Screening. This process is carried out by using screens. Screening. It is a process of removing floating materials from the water, like wood, leaves, plastic, clothes, etc. When we pass raw water, that means river and lake water, through the screens stops the floating materials from the water and water is allowed to pass. After screening, water is subjected to the next process called aeration. Aeration, the process of mixing of air with the water, is called aeration. In this process, after screening, water is allowed into a large tank called aeration tank. In this tank, air is bubbled through the water. When we pass air into the water, this air removes carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, and other volatile gases present in the water, which causes bad taste, smell, and color. And then water is subjected to the next process called sedimentation. This process also carried out in a tank called sedimentation tank. In this process, water is allowed into a tank with undisturbed condition about 2 to 6 hours. In this time, whatever the suspended materials present in the water slowly settles down at the bottom of the tank due to gravity. Whatever the particles which poses weight are settled here. Then top layer water is subjected to the next process called coagulation. Sedimentation process removes only 75% of suspended particles. Coagulation. The particles which cannot be settled down in the sedimentation tank can be removed by this method. In this process, the suitable chemicals called coagulants are added into the water, like alum. This alum combines whatever the floating particles present in the water, forms as a globules. See here. And these globules will be settled zones at the bottom of the tank due to gravity. Then water is allowed to the next process called filtration. Filtration. This process is carried out at filter bed. This filter bed consists with 4 layers of sands and gravels. One is fine sand, coarse sand, fine gravel, coarse gravel. When we pass water through the top layer to bottom, sand filter stops the suspended particles and the particle which causes bad smell, color, and taste, and it allows remains water. When flow rate is decreases, then stop the filtration and replace with the fresh sand and gravels. After filtration, water is allowed to the next process called disinfection. This process also called as sterilization. Disinfection means the process of killing of microorganisms. In the disinfection process, most commonly used processes are chlorination and ozonization. Chlorination is the process addition of chlorine into the water in order to kill pathogenic bacteria. In this process, when we add chlorine to the water, it forms as HOCl, that means hypochlorous acid, and HCl. This hypochlorous acid is powerful disinfectant. It kills most of the bacteria present in the water. Coming to ozonization. Ozonization is carried out in a tank called ozonization tank. In this tank, ozone gas is allowed to pass to kill the microorganisms. When we pass ozone gas into the water, it forms as nascent oxygen and oxygen. This nascent oxygen is a powerful disinfectant. It kills the microorganisms present in the water. And contact period is 10 to 15 minutes and usual dosage is 2 to 3 ppm. Let us see again. Rivers and lakes are common sources for municipal water treatment. This process is carried out by using screens. In this process, water is allowed through the screens in order to stop whatever the floating materials present in the water. Then water is subjected to the next process called aeration. In this process, air is mixed with the water. That means the process of mixing of air with the water is called aeration. In order to kill microorganisms, in order to remove bad color, taste and smell from the water. And then water is allowed to the next process called sedimentation. In this process, whatever the suspended particles present in the water will be settled down due to gravity. This process is carried out in a tank called sedimentation tank. Duration for the sedimentation is 2 to 6 hours. Water is allowed to the next process called coagulation. In this process, addition of suitable chemicals into the water called coagulants by combining of weightless particles as a globules. Water is allowed to the next process called filtration. In this process, filtration is carried out by using sands and gravels. Water is passed through the sand and gravels. It stops whatever the suspended particles and the particles which causes bad taste, color and smell. And after the filtration, water is allowed to the next process called disinfection. In the municipal water treatment, disinfection is carried out either using chlorine, the process is chlorination, or using ozone. The process is called ozonization. Disinfection means the process of killing of microorganisms